side in an attempt to sway some of the people back to your side, because who wants to walk into a town that hates them? I believe one of you said you would solve their livestock problem for them. Their livestock had been going missing, and you promised to figure out what was happening. But more to the point, you were sent to this town by Omandron to investigate the missing franchise here, and you know that they were headquartered up here in Trezendar Manor, and that I forget how long I said it was, but recently there was some explosions. And they've looked around the perimeter a bit, but for the most part, they're much too afraid to go up there and really search.
All right. And Sildar is a current council member who is running for mayor, right?
Yes, as is Harbin Wester. They're both running for mayor, and the other did it say who the other council member was? Oh, I think they're missing their other council member right now.
Yes, I have a whole giant list here. That is Halia Thornton.
Yeah, she's missing. She disappeared. And her, well, not her replacement at the miners exchange.
Sharna Quirsterin.
Sure.
I got them notes.
She is a potential candidate for the city council, which they're trying to expand to 5 members. Or if you so choose, you could convince pretty much anybody to run for mayor if you wanted them to. Or one of you guys could run for mayor.
I kind of miss Zoth because Zoth would have just proven that Harbin is an evil necromancer or something and killed him.
And ultimately, I think you guys decided to sleep outside of town because you have the dire wolf with you. The dire wolf.
Right, yeah.
And I think that's where we left off.
All right. So we haven't actually told Sildar who we are yet. Correct?
No, I don't think you've met with anybody but you met with people in the whoops. Did not mean to do that. You met the crowd sort of in the town square, and sort of had a shouting conversation with Harbin Wester. But after that, I think you just went to the smithy.
We definitely went to the smithy.
You considered going to the inn, I think, but when you guys decided to sleep outside of town, I think you skipped it. And I don't know if you've talked. Did you go to the Lion Shield Coster, maybe?
Looks like we. I'm seeing where we went to the smith.
Did you talk to? Because I feel like I remember you guys talking to Mingy Greywind.
I kind of looks like we just talked to the Smith. I'm trying to pull up our session.
Yeah, I think we talked to the Smith. Like, we got in the yellow match with the town because the guy, we walked in, the guy just starts accusing us out for no reason.
It's because
Like,
you
he
were
was accusing us
adventurers.
for pretty much breeding.
It's because you were adventurers, and
You showed
the
up.
last adventurers caused an explosion
Oh.
in Tressendar Manor, or so they
Okay, but
believe
also
anyway.
remember
Thank
this.
Was that?
That's just, he's now painted as a racist in my books. Racist to against the adventurers. We just show up. He's like, see these guys? They're bad people.
And just
I'm
kind of
over here.
like walk
We're
up.
like, what?
Was the sleeping giant?
We just came into town, man. You're
She's
on the,
a dwarven
you're like on the
woman.
Looney Tunes.
We just
Go
came into
sleep with the
town,
wolf.
secretly hiding
Nobody's in
a
here.
dire wolf who could run amok.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah,
behind direwolf, and I'm
aren't you-
completely ready to release this direwolf onto the town because screw this guy.
But we definitely
He's gonna
wouldn't
come
cause any
home, and there's gonna be a
explosions.
direwolf in his kitchen.
Let's hold off on that. How about we go ahead and investigate the manor? Well, it's the next morning. How about we go see Sildar and sort of clue him in, and then go check out the manor.
Okay. Let me. All right. We decided that Sildar's house is here. So are you just leaving the direwolf tied up in the back of the wagon? Are you going to get it any food or anything?
Here's what I think we do about that for now. Noble Six wanted it, and so
Yes.
he's going to stay and take care of it while we go talk to Sildar.
There you go.
Brilliant.
It also stops him from getting mad and just releasing a death slide to kill everyone.
All right. That works for me. That's a perfect excuse to not have him join you as well, since he's not here.
And an excuse for a dire wolf not to rampage through the town.
Yes.
Okay. So it is looks like somebody roll a D6.
Oh, I got you, my dudes. Easy. I'm rolling a 6.
How about a C?
Whoa.
I got a 5. Of course not.
On a 5, CJ
Okay.
sneezes.
Yeah.
No, excuse me.
5 causes
Bless
the
you.
Thank you.
If I was in person, CJ, I'd personally wipe your own nose for you.
Well, that got weird.
Yeah. All right. It is a bit of an overcast morning. Looks like it could be rain later.
So that means 6 is like a hailstorm.
What's
plus
that?
tornadoes. So that means if I rolled a 6, it's like a nader warning. Type
Not
deal.
necessarily.
Definitely naders.
But yeah, it's. Did we just establish what time of year it was?
No,
Don't think it came up.
not that I remember. I just figured we were like in the towards the the middle of spring, where it's just everything's nice, green, and lush, and there's rainstorms.
Works
So
for
that you
me.
get April showers, bring May flowers. You know, that type of deal.
Works for me.
Yes.
So it is a nice and cool spring morning. Things are starting to warm up and look nice, but the skies this morning are gray and cloudy. Looks like some of those spring showers may be showing up later, potentially. And you make your way directly to Sildar, not stopping at any of the shops or anything. Don't need any supplies.
All my money is tied up in assets.
That is a very Akink thing to say.
I've got 200 gold worth of water breathing potion algae and 200 gold worth of Luskin ice mead.
All right.
I got $10 in the Lusty Argonian Maid book.
All right. So, you make it to Sildar's house. How do you just wait for him to come out? Or are you knocking on the door, sneaking in?
I'm going to
What are we
knock on the
doing?
door. The common thing when you deal with a person who you're trying to be friends with, you just knock on the door.
Oh, I didn't know that you were necessarily trying to be friends with him, or how you, if you wanted to try and, if he's awake or asleep, what you wanted to do. So
What? Do you think we're just going to try and kill him in his sleep? Like, come here, old man.
What do you think this is? Last campaign?
I mean, yeah, last campaign you may have set it on fire to make him come running out.
Look,
I
okay,
don't
last
know.
campaign was a bit different. Okay, we've already turned down the goblin. We're going to turn down more things.
Okay. So yeah, you bang on the door politely at first, I'm sure. After a few moments, no one answers, so you bang a little louder, and you hear some shuffling going on inside. And
Housekeeping.
sounds like you just woke someone up. And when the door opens, you see a elderly, disheveled man who you clearly just woke up, even though it is past the time most people in a town like this would be awake. And you get a hint of alcohol in the air. And he's running his hands through his hair, trying to make himself look a little more presentable. He knows what he looks like. And his speech is just a little bit slurred still. And he says, what can I help you guys with?
I'm looking to see if I have a spell to sober him up a little.
While he's doing that, I wanted to say the only thing I wanted to say right then and there was, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. This is our final offer.
Well, I don't seem to have anything. Oh, and I have a giant dog in my lap.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, cool.
that happens sometimes.
I'll just give him like lay on hands with Valkyr's drunkenness and touch hangover.
Actually, what level? Lay on Hand starts to do extra stuff as you level up.
Yeah, I don't think it's doing that right now for me.
So I'm looking to see if you
Yeah,
start
and
with
he's
it.
regardless, he's still just a level 1 paladin, even if it started at level 2.
Oh wait, nope. Hold on. He can totally do this. Alternatively, you can expend 5 hit points from your pool of healing to cure the target of one disease or neutralize one poison affecting it. Alcohol is in fact a poison,
This is true.
and even as a level 1 paladin, you have exactly 5 hit points in your pool.
Neat.
I like to think that like Aaron like actually says this out loud.
Yes. Explain
Aaron's
to
is
him.
like in fiction metagamer.
Would you like to do that? Would you like to spend all 5 of your lay on hands to sober him up?
Oh yeah, he hits all 5. We want to be friends with him. I wanted to touch him a little bit.
All right. As you reach out to shake his hand, introducing yourself, you that as you shake his hand, you expend your. How do you want to describe your lay on hands for curing drunkenness? let's ask you that.
Easy. So all I do is I simply I grab his hand, I shake it, and then I kind of use the paladin power of lay on hands, and with the handshake contact, it just like shoots straight up his arm, and then just like floods his body with lay on hands.
Okay, yeah, you can see his eyes sort of the glossy look in his eyes sort of goes away. He definitely appears more attentive, and his speech stops slurring. He can speak regularly now. What can I help you gentlemen with?
Well, sir, we came to address you as a member of the town council. Seems like you have quite a situation happening here lately.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit going on between the whole manor explosions and Halia just up and disappearing. Just a lot going on, and I'm just not sure what it all means.
Well, we have some good news. Despite the peculiar welcome we were offered yesterday, we are in fact specialists who have been sent here from Acquisitions Inc. We believe that the unfortunate incident that occurred in the manor here and may have claimed our less skilled predecessors could perhaps be related to a kind of magical artifact with which we have a special level of expertise, having just resolved a similar situation in the city of Waterdeep. That, amongst your several other problems, are things we would like to attempt to solve for you. Also, to be honest, we would prefer to be helpful to you as a sympathetic ear, rather than to try and continue to interact with your opponent in this mayoral election.
Yeah, I'd love to have a sympathetic ear. That's for sure. But I don't know if it's worth your time. I don't know if you were paying attention or not yesterday, but Harbin has the whole town on his side. I'm not sure I stand much of a chance anymore.
Well, I think we should clarify that he seems to have some of the town on his side for the moment. But as far as I can tell, he doesn't actually have a solution in mind, which means that these issues are going to continue to plague the town, and he's claimed ownership of them at this point. I think that if we're able to show some competence in handling these issues, we can both undermine his position and also give you an advantageous position as the person who welcomed the adventurers who saved the town.
Well, I must say I like the sound of that. But if I'm being honest, I'm not sure I'm much one for leadership. But Harbin's he's a corrupt man, that's politically speaking. I don't think he's necessarily an evil person, but he's definitely more interested in money and power than he is about doing what's right. And I don't like the idea of a government running people. I don't like the idea of corrupt government, of people who aren't in it for the good of the town.
Well, I'm right with you, sir. I'd rather have an honest, reluctant man rather than a power mad blowhard.
Well, I I definitely agree with you there, but I'm not exactly one for policy either. Um, all I can guarantee these people is that I won't misuse their tax money. That's I'll do the best I can, but policy isn't my strong suit. Neither is public speaking.
Well, our goal is to improve the lives of the folks in Phandalin. That's our charge and our charter. That's what we're here to do. Our goal is to resolve these issues that are facing you all. And, you know, maybe the person at the top needs honesty more than the rest of rest of those things. You can have advisors, you can have experts, you can have help, which we're glad to offer as much as we can. But all of this so far has just been words from us. This is mostly us informing you, as a representative of the town, that our intent is to go and reclaim the manor and discover the source of whatever unfortunate accident occurred there and prevent anything further from occurring.
Well, if you want to go and investigate the manor, you can be my guest. I certainly haven't been up there myself. It's from what I hear, it looks like a lost cause. And my adventuring days are well past me. But if you guys, can figure out what caused it and keep it from happening, you're more than welcome to stay up there, as far as I'm concerned. Though I do believe Harbin might have the deed to it at the moment, as he is the city banker.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well,
Out of game, you Acquisitions Incorporated owns it. You just have to show that you're part of Acquisitions Incorporated.
yeah.
But Sildar wouldn't know that. But I feel like I made that clear to you guys last time, but it has been a while.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
I've got a
wanted to
note
remind
on
you.
it. Do you know anyone who would maybe know anything more? Folks who have maybe been investigating, or folks who were in and out of the manor before the accident occurred?
Um, sorry, I'm reading if he. No, I don't think he. To his knowledge, no one has was around when the explosions happened, and no one has really been up there to fully investigate. Everyone's just too afraid to go up there because they think it could happen again.
All right. Have you heard anything regarding the missing livestock?
Oh, he would have heard about that. What?
There's goblins in the cave not far from town.
Nope. don't want to do that one. Um, sorry. There's a lot of different parts to this because there are a lot of different people.
No worries.
Yeah, but where? Where are these things happening? It just says the outskirts. It doesn't say anywhere specific. Yay. Okay. We're going to pick a direction and we're going to say here in this area. The people in the southeast of the town, he'll tell you, farmers and such, have had their livestock start going missing. He's heard rumors about, well, you wouldn't believe them anyway. They're probably not true. But if you wanted to start an investigation, going to talk to some of these farmers, specifically, what was her name? She had the little boy, and she's a halfling.
Agatha.
No, that was the banshee.
Trelina?
No, that was the other. She was a human.
Misty?
It was like a Q name.
Kelleen Alderleaf.
Yeah. Alderleaf. Go talk to Alderleaf. She's most of the town knows and likes her, and she's got a farm. We'll say right here. We'll say this one is her farm. Alderleaf. She's very friendly, knows most of the other farmers, and most of her livestock has been going missing. Talk to her, and she can point you in the right directions.
So, just to satisfy my curiosity, we've seen some fairly unbelievable things. Quite literally, on the road here, we passed what seemed to be some kind of blockade in the road of goblin corpses with spectral horses rising from their own remains. We've also been attacked by undead feet. So, trust me when I say, we've seen some strange things. What do the rumors say?
Oh, just town, country farmers, they see things. They mention giant footprints, both like human footprints, but also giant wolf footprints. That I know you said on your way here that you zombie horses or something, but trust me, that kind of stuff just doesn't happen in a town like this.
I mean, it literally happened 2 days up the road from you, and you just had a building explode in what seems to be some kind of arcane accident.
Well,
I'm keeping an open mind, I guess you could say. So any information is helpful.
that's all he's got.
All right.
Were those rumors?
I'm really tempted to really drill down on the fact that literally we have
A giant wolf is probably the least weird of our things we've encountered.
It's like I'm not saying this out loud, but like we literally have a giant wolf in our cart right now. Like this is
true.
maybe that would be a question to clarify. When he says giant, is he just talking about big, or is he talking like kaiju big?
Like how big are the footprints? Yeah.
We're going to find out CJ lied to us, and this is actually all about the undead foot cult.
No.
The footprint is caused by their deadly magical
I don't-
super weapon, the Ultra Stomp.
I don't think kaiju size, but
Like
my
bigger than a dire wolf.
my impression is larger than a dire wolf.
Mm.
Here's I'm copy and pasting the exact sentence that it's giving me. Without I've obviously cut out some of the stuff that might have
Give
spoilers.
away too much, yeah.
This is the exact wording.
So they haven't seen any actual creatures; they've just seen footprints.
Yep,
But are the humanoid footprints also big?
that's what I'm gathering. Yes.
Okay.
I don't need to tell you that that's what I'm gathering. I can say yes, they are large.
What if this is a giant who contracted lycanthropy? That would be the most ridiculous boss.
That would be great.
All right.
Okay then.
So it's on the southeast end of town.
Yeah, and like I said, it just says the outskirts. So I chose a direction.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it
It
says
doesn't really say which outskirts. Yeah.
Well,
in
and I was-
theory, it can be anywhere.
I mean,
But-
I was debating how likely it seems to be connected to the manor, but I also feel like if it was connected to the manor, it would be closer to the manor, and you would have had a specific spot in town for it.
Well, it does say in the days since
days
the
since-
destruction of the manor.
Oh.
Mm. So a wolf wearing a skirt is attacking things. Let's be Scottish.
Do we want to go ahead and check out the manor or go talk to the Outer Leafs?
I'm very frustrated because I remember going through and making handouts for all these people, and I cannot for the life of me find them. Oh, and as I say that, I think I just did.
All right. Verhees and George, talk to the halfling farmers or head on to the manor?
Let's head on to the manor real quick.
All right. Then to the manor we will go.
Okay. What I will need you to do is roll a d6 again.
Roll for initiative.
The weather suddenly changes.
Okay. All right. And you round up and you are going towards the manor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
As you come here, you actually see Harbin Wester coming out of the council hall. And he sees you. And he yells out to greet you and goes, "Ho there, adventurers! Just one moment, please," as he sort of fast walks, half jogs, / waddles towards you.
Turns out he's the werewolf all along.
I like really want to just start speaking in like celestial or something and pretend I don't speak common.
I can speak Elvish. I'm pretty sure.
Pardon, je ne parle pas le comment.
I'm not going to try.
No common.
No oblate common. Is that what you want to do?
No.